a great week of camp, as it always is. The Lord spoke to my heart in many different areas this week, with starting from the first night with why we do what we do, reminding us that our authority figures in our life aren't there just to let us not have fun. They're there to keep us in the long run from death. Because the preacher said that even though maybe not all of them have been down a wrong path, that a lot of them have been, and they're just trying to keep us from going down that path that they've already been down, because they already know where it leads, and they don't want to see their young people doing that. And also, I think it was Wednesday morning, the preacher was talking about basically loving the unlovely, ones who have been wronged against, and the ones who have wronged. And well, that spoke to my heart, and just it made me kind of realize that in the junior church that I work in, sometimes there's kids that they just do not want to listen to you. And a lot of times you can get frustrated with that, but you don't know what background they have. And you don't know what they're putting up with at home. And at home they may be just allowed to run free, do whatever they want to do. And you have them for about an hour, and you're trying to get them to sit down and do, just sit down and be still. And for them, that's hard. And so it spoke to my heart to have more compassion with them, and have more patience while working with them.
Okay, so as everybody knows, well, I guess not everybody knows what day, but on Monday night, he preached the message about when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. And I went down to the altar, and at camp, you're kind of not cool if you don't go down to the altar. And so I went down to the altar and was down there. I was like, God, help me make the right step. Help me not to be drawn away. And he told me, he's like, what do you mean make the first step? You haven't, or make the right step. You haven't made the first step. And I told myself, I said, I'm tired of making excuses. I was dealing with doubts about my salvation for 6 years. And I wasted 6 years that I could have been serving God. And I told myself, I said, I'm tired of making excuses. And I went and found Miss Glenda, and she took me back there, and she led me to the Lord that night. I was the first one out of our group to get saved, and then Catherine Mann got saved that night. And that was, of course, the biggest decision I made. But like Jakey mentioned, he preached a message about some people sin and some people are sinned against, and loving those that are not, they're not the same. And even though you may not have a lot of stuff in common, instead of picking on them and making fun of them and stuff, loving them anyway. And on Thursday night, the girls went back to the cabin, and a bunch of the girls kept going outside and disappearing. And they would go outside, and we're just like, what are they doing? So Deanna comes in, and she gets me, she's like, I need you outside, you outside, you outside. And we all go outside, and I noticed all these girls have disappeared or crying. And I was like, what is going on? And what I didn't know is there was a revival going on with the girls outside. And we all got right about how we treated each other. And it's like, with the kids, my family's never really gotten along with the Browns or the Mans. And I mean, our brothers had already started being nice to each other, everything, but us girls were just, we never resolved anything. And so, sorry to embarrass y'all. So we got things resolved that night, and I'm happy to say I'm friends with every girl in the youth group, and I pray for y'all and love y'all. But I think that was one of the major things besides my salvation that really happened to me at camp is I got a lot of things right and apologized to a lot of people, and I love my youth group.